Hi, my name is Jim Trail, and I'm the Executive Director of Prescott Pines Camp in Prescott, Arizona. Today I'd like to share with you some things you may not know about Al. First thing is if he wasn't with you, chances are in the past few years he was with us. A few years before, Don and Donna Litke had invited Al and Margaret to join them on a volunteer trip to Prescott, Arizona to work at the camp. Al got hoodwinked into coming because Don told him that there were some roads that needed to be graded and he'd be perfect for the job. After 2 weeks, Don had talked Al into becoming a regular volunteer for us. Something else you may not know about Al is that he had the spiritual gift of pointing. Now, I know that in the Bible it doesn't talk about a spiritual gift of pointing, but Al still had that gift. A few years ago, we were working on a project together, and he asked, he was working with some people and was pointing to different things, and I asked him, I said, Al, you sure have a gift of pointing a lot. And he came back and said, bosses point and things happen. That became a running joke for us. There were so many projects that occurred that he was involved in, and he would be standing there pointing and helping and guiding and directing and just grinning. Something else I want to point out is that during the COVID lockdown in March, Al and Margaret decided to stay with us. There was some warning, they didn't have to stay, but they chose to. There were 5 couples that were volunteers at that time, and 2 of them had no place else to go. So Al and Margaret and the other couples decided they would all stay here at the camp, and they would just have sort of like a survival camp. And while other people were spending time just relaxing and enjoying the camp, every morning Al got up and he worked on projects for us. One of the big things that he did was he established a French drain for our dining hall. Now that's a drain that keeps the water away from a building, redirects it, because here in Arizona we have monsoons, and he was able to take care of that. The gift of pointing came out is when he was able to guide our staff and teach us how to do different projects that maybe we didn't know how to do, like work with the jackhammer, do electrical repair, and even drive the tractor. Another thing that happened was Al helped us with the huts. Now, right behind me, you can see one of the huts, and that's going to be part of Al's legacy as far as our camp is concerned. Al was involved in taking a design that one of our staff members developed and making it better, and then getting them built. As a matter of fact, your church helped make that happen also. Al talked to your missions committee, and they ended up donating $2,000 towards building a larger foundation for 2 of the huts so that they could be built and we could maximize the use of how many campers could come. As a matter of fact, as I've shown the huts to different camps, 2 other camps have now decided to build huts also. They'll be for their summer staff. And there's one church in Phoenix that's going to build a hut and use it as their welcome center right outside of their parking lot. Other thing I wanted to point out was just the fact of that we had a fire in one of our lodges this last year. And when we toured the damage and I debriefed my staff after seeing it, 5 of them said, we could really use Al now. And we're sorry that he's not here to help us. But in a way, he is. And I want to thank you for the gifts. The family has decided that Prescott Pines Camp would be the recipient of gifts made in kind for the funeral of Al and in memory of him. Already we received $900, and we're so grateful for that. And I want to thank you for your sharing of Al to our camp. May God bless us all today.